know y'all going on Facebook tonight.
Tonight.
He's talking about tonight.
Well, first of all, it's a great idea, bipartisan. As Jamal said, you know, there may be policy differences, but we all know there's a lot of folks in our community that are in need, particularly during the holidays. Or because I think we visited one of the earlier times, Foodbank requests go up about 30% over the holidays. So the fact that we show that there is not a red or blue, at least Hampton roads, on this issue, it is a great coming together, particularly the young Republicans, young Democrats. Give often, give early, and support the food bank. Thank you. Congressman from the 2nd District of the Commonwealth of Virginia.
I think that old governor element starts to come out there too. Anyway, listen, we're just delighted that all of you are here today. I want to certainly thank the senator and all of my colleagues here, Bobby, and everyone for coming out today. Those who put this together, Chris and Ross and Jamal, thank you for, you know, I think each one of us in our own individual way, we need to recommit to finding that which binds us together. Certainly hunger is an essential one that does that, and there is this inverse relationship between the need of the food bank. It goes up just when some businesses and some individuals are able to give less. So it's kind of a really tough situation. This is a real positive step in the right direction. Thank you all for being here, especially those guys who put it all together. Bobby, good to see you, sir. And I think we're on to his introduction. Thank you.
Norfolk, of course, has 2 members of Congress. We are technically in the 2nd District. I think the 3rd is right across the street or something like that. So, without further ado, the Chief Congressman for the 3rd Congressional District of Virginia, Robert C. Bobby Scott.
Go, Bobby.
Certainly a pleasure to be with my good friend, the used to be Excellency, the now Junior Senator, Representative of Virginia, Mark Warner, and my friend from the 2nd District, Scott Rigell, and all of the Democrats and young Republicans. It's great that you can come together on the things we have in common, and we really need more of this, because the more we work together, the less acrimony there'll be in some of the campaigns. Everybody's going to work vigorously to protect, to endorse and support their own candidates. But some of the stuff that goes on in campaigns around the country really leaves a lot to be desired. So these kinds of activities really set the right tone. The food bank is bipartisan. Just a few days ago, I was in Richmond, and the other part of that district that goes up to Richmond with Eric Canner at the food bank, promoting the need for the food bank, and as Scott mentioned, the need for the food bank now with the long-term recession is more acute now than in recent history. Many people that used to be volunteers at the food bank come to the food bank because they're actually in need. And so the work that you're doing to promote the food bank, to promote donations, will go a long way to helping the citizens of the 2nd and 3rd Congressional Districts. So thank you, all that you do, and keep up the good work.
Although this is an event for the food bank, we do have 2 representatives from the Virginia Beach School Board, and we have more of an educational issue, but Rick McKenzie and Patrick Sawyer, where are they at? Patrick's right here. Rick's over there. I want to give a few words of just say hi.
Well, I really like to thank you and Ross and everybody who put this together. This is a great idea, and we've been talking about doing something like this for a long time. And I think some new ideas have kind of come from this too on some future events we can do. I heard something about a kickball game that the Democrats are going to do some damage in. And I also would like to thank Marcus and the food bank for all the work they do. They've been a great partnership with the school system in Virginia Beach, and they do such a great job for our students and some of our most needy families, and the book bag program and some of the other things they do for our students. I don't know where some of our families would be without them, so really thank you for everything you guys are doing.
Congressman Scott put it on the head. There's some acrimony that occurs in politics, and unfortunately it's true. but this gives us an occasion to connect at the personal level and to really understand the needs and what our neighbors need and how we can help them. I've visited the food bank a number of times, and Marcus has called upon me to do various things. But with all the distinguished visitors we have here, they're no more distinguished than you folks for coming out and supporting them. Thank you, and Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thank you.
We wouldn't be doing this without the food bank. So again, we have a representative here, Marcus Calabrese. He wanted to give a few remarks. Go ahead, Marcus.
My name is Marcus Calabrese, and of course I want to thank Jamal, I want to thank Ross, and I want to thank Chris for even putting this together. They called me a few weeks ago and asked if we would have enough time to put it together. And knowing some of the elected officials that we have here, and knowing some of you, I didn't think that, obviously, wasn't a problem at all. Brent McKenzie and Patrick Center, actually I met Brent back in 2008 when he was just a candidate. He's been just as responsive to the food bank and to me all along. Every time I call on Patrick for something food bank related, he's right there. Scott Rigell came in for a tour, actually before he was even sworn in as a congressman. Mark Warner has always been supportive. He actually, we missed the deadline for the women's conference just a few weeks ago, and almost couldn't get in, but fortunately Mark Warner has the kind of power he can pull some strings. and we definitely, actually I ran out of business cards at that event, you know, just giving the word out there. And of course Congressman Scott, before I was even on the board, I saw Congressman Scott had already been in there, so we're in good hands when it comes to our local officials, whether they're at the state level, federal level, or the civic level. And of course I want to thank all of you. Jennifer Lee has been very supportive. And really just remember foodbankonline.org. You can always go there. $1 equals 6. Or you can always come to one of our meetings. We have a Tri Nutrition Council meeting that I chair on the 15th, this coming Thursday. So definitely feel free to ask me any questions about the food bank when you have time, or visit us online, and let's see how we can keep fighting hunger. Thank you so much.